Good afternoon. I'm out in the car, as you can see. I'm trying out a screen mount here, which is my GoPro suction mount. Haven't used it for years, but I think I probably only used it a handful of times since I got the thing years ago. Bit nervous about it because it's like the sucker's on the windscreen, great, it's holding on, but where the housing goes on the sucker, the housing's like this. Didn't feel as full of confidence when I got an expensive camera hanging off it, but just want to see what it's like. But I tell you what, it's 17 degrees in the car here. It's absolutely melting. But I've got you through the mic, so hopefully I can open the window a bit and there'll not be too much noise. But anyway, yeah, I've come to test the car out. Hasn't moved in over a week, probably about 9 days, something like that. I want to make sure the gearbox is working absolutely fine. Let's move you back across there. Yeah, I want to make sure the gearbox is working absolutely fine, because with it being a bit, what's the word, clunky. A bit clunky, I suppose you could say. It's actually okay driving. It's when you manually select the different options like drive and park, it just feels clunky. Now, where's this car going? There you go. Just had somebody blast the horn at us before. Pulled out of our street and there was two girls stood at the junction. So I couldn't see past them anyway, but like just past the junction there's always loads of parked cars and you can't see totally around the corner, round the bend. I looked, didn't see anything, pulled out, and these, well, I'm assuming two people, I think there was two people there, came blasting round in this little hatchback. They're blasting the horn at us and everything. It's a 20-mile-an-hour limit. You were doing flipping a lot more than 20 mile an hour around there, and you wonder, well, you know, pull out on you. It's like those people where you had a roundabout. For those who use roundabouts, where you had a roundabout, you look, there's nobody on the roundabout, you pull out, and somebody comes round so fast they're nearly on two wheels, you know, and you've either got to floor the car to get out, or you've like got to slam the brakes on, hope they don't hit you. It's like that, you know. Have a bit of consideration for other people you might encounter. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah. I've just been watching these vlogs. These people have set this vlog channel up, and it's again, they've got an ongoing dispute with one of the railway companies up in Scotland. And it's actually got to the point where British Transport Police have got involved as well, because they live in an old railway station, and the railway company want to come in, do work and do stuff and put a new path in and everything, but there's a dispute with regards to the land boundaries. The railway company saying, no, this section of land is not yours, and the people who live there say, well, yeah, it is. Here's the deeds, here's everything, satellite imagery, here's the deeds overlaid, everything, and they're not accepting it, and they're just coming on and pretty much bulldozing the place, and it's a right nightmare. I can understand them being a bit upset about it, and damn sure I would be, you know, like, because in their eyes, the railway company is trying to land grab, you know. They think they own this section of land which is meant to be an access road or path or something, but the railway company said, no, you don't. That's our land. Your boundaries here, and there's a big dispute like that. Yeah, I can understand why they're all upset and irate about it and arguing with the police, and there's all accusations of corruption being thrown around, and and calling the police the railway company's private security firm and all this sort of thing. It's hard watching it sometimes because I can see your point, but the police are trying to explain things. Now, the railway company are trying to explain things when they turn up, but these are just like getting themselves so upset they're just talking over the top of them and things like that, and it doesn't get anywhere. You just pretty much don't solve any disagreements if you're just shouting and talking over the top of each other. But I can understand why they're upset at the same time. Considering the woman that lives there is meant to be an ex-police woman or detective or something like that. I don't know what the bloke used to do, but the man saying like, right, okay, stop to the wife, and the wife's stopping, and then he's getting irate about things, and it's interesting watching it. I'll be interested to see how it ends up in however many years it takes. But yeah. Oh, there we go. Look at that. It's jammed in park again. Right, I had to sort of pull it to the left a bit, put pressure on the gear lever to get it to go out, but it won't work that time. There's definitely something wrong with this. But yeah, anyway, so I'm going to nip into B&M here, get some chocolate and everything for work. I'm back at work tomorrow. Yeah, won't be long. Got my chocolate now. Let's just get you dink. Dink dink. There we go. Got my chocolate now, so go for a little drive just to make sure the car's okay, and go home. Gonna go and have a bath. Don't know what this video is going to be like. We've been wobbling all over the place and might make everybody seasick. Watched a vlog last night from our good old friend Stu. Used to be Stu Vlogs, I think it was. Now it's Stu in the gym or something like that. I can't remember what it is. But he's thinking about getting one of these cameras, one of the Pocket 3 Pro, and he actually mentioned me on his channel, which was very kind of him. Even though it's very quick, it was like, Steve, right, boom, yeah, he's got one. I had to laugh at that. Yeah, be great. I hope he gets one. A really good camera, Stu. If you do want one, you'll get some fantastic footage when you do your walks and things like that. Lots you can do about it. Lots you can do with it. So, anybody that doesn't follow Stu, he wants a few more subscribers. He's sort of stuck on three people that watch. So he keeps saying, is it 2 or 3? Yeah, just pop across, type in Stu Vlogs, and it actually brings them up onto his correct channel. I thought the guy behind us was one of their techie guys from work, but it's not. Yeah, he's a nice bloke. We've met him before when we organised the gathering in York. And he is actually a genuinely nice guy, really nice natured. So, yeah, pop across Stu Vlogs. I know 1 or 2. I don't know if Sue follows him or not. I can't remember. But Stu goes back to the days when we had our old channel, Coffee and a Slice of Life, which is now Right Bites. Stu goes back to them days, and he's followed over when we've started the Right Times. Stu himself, sort of like a lot of YouTubers do, you know, sort of used to vlog, used to come on the gatherings, used to come on the hangouts on Google Plus. And sort of fell out of love with it and didn't vlog for quite a while. So it happens to a lot of YouTubers that get to that point. You go, nah, I'm gonna have a break from it. But he's back, and I'm pleased he's back. His videos are always short, but always very interesting. Yeah, I like Stu. Nice bloke. So yeah, it is currently 16.5 degrees now. It's gone down half a degree. Now I'm just having a drive towards the airport to, I think, where is this? Wolsington, I think this is. Not sure. Just having a nice drive along here. The car seems to be working fine. I've just told Denise that car's fine, absolutely fine, but selecting drive is a nightmare. It's just getting jammed in park. So if anybody knows anything about automatic cars and the mechanics of them, let us know what you think that could be. Because if it turns out it's going to be a broken gearbox, I might as well write the car off, you know. But if it's a case of just a simple linkage or something that's going to be relatively cheap to do, cheaper than buying a new car, yeah, that would be a better idea. Yeah, what I think I'll do here, I'm going to drive up here, go past the airport, I'm going to go and have a drive through Darras Hall, where all the posh people live. Yeah. I couldn't get a better position on the windscreen, then it fell off, but luckily enough, just as I was holding it, so I was able to catch it. Watching a guy, I don't know how long it's been around actually, but it's a guy called Big Dog. I think he's American or Canadian. I'm thinking American. Literally, again, he videos on the Pocket 3, but he also videos on other things. But literally, all his videos are out of his windscreen. But he just talks about everything, whatever's on his mind, things that interest him, things. A lot of what he talks about is techie stuff, you know, mobile phones and things like that. But you know, it's good to have on in the background. So I've started listening to him. He's quite good. And there's another channel we've started watching. I cannot for the life of me remember his name while I'm driving. I'll only be able to describe him. There's him and his wife. He's Asian. I don't know if he's Japanese, Chinese, Korean, or I'm not sure. But really interesting, and he comes across as a really nice guy. He's a dentist or dental hygienist, I'm not sure which one. And really good. He's done some nice videos, and he goes to see his little niece, tries to see her once a week. You can tell family's a big thing to him. You know, he tries to go and see his little niece and I think his brother-in-law and mother and things like that. So yeah, that's a good channel. I honestly can't remember what you call him though, so you'll have to. I'll try and put it in the description. Pop across, check it out. He hasn't got that many videos. I think it's a relatively new channel, so any support you can give. I always like to support new channels, new and small channels. Yeah, pop across and show your support. Just come past the airport. I'm driving up towards Darras Hall now. Just come past the airport. There was something in the news there recently. Whereas on the main road going to the airport, I can't remember the number of the road, but they call it the airport road. You know, it's just a nickname. It's got a couple of lay-bys in it and a couple of bridges. And what they're going to stop doing is stopping people parking there. And it's a dual carriageway, but people sometimes use it to wait for flights coming in, so they can just nip in and get the people and come back out. Because the parking at the airport is stupidly expensive, just like any airport. I think you get £1, you get 20 minutes free, but that's not much, you know. Oh, I didn't realise I was so low on petrol. I'm not on the red yet, I just noticed, that's all. I'll have to nip and get some. So yeah, apparently, I don't know who's organised it, whether it's the airport and the police and the highways agency or what. Apparently trying to stop people parking there. Why? They're not doing any harm. You know, the two lay-bys are huge, absolutely huge lay-bys, really long. And they're not doing any harm there. They're in there, gonna go and pick people up and leave. And actually, sometimes people park in that lay-by because there's a public footpath next to it, so they can go like for walks in the trees and things like that. It's a place, 3 Lakes or something they call it. It's a little nature park. So what, they're going to take away the parking for that as well, are they? But what sometimes happens as well, there's a bridge just before you get to the airport. Just a small bridge, not a massive bridge, but it's a two-way traffic. Sometimes people park on there to wait to go pick people up. But in my experience, the people that park on there are taxis. So they're the ones that should be stopped. But I think to me it's just a scam, because they stop people parking there so so they can get more money or fine more people at the airport or whatever. That's just my opinion anyway, for what it counts, so for what it's worth. Yeah, in Davos Hall now. Some very nice houses here. What some people tend to do here when they buy a house, can hardly see up this road because of the sun. Didn't know if that was a mini roundabout or not. What some people tend to do here, because they come in here, they've got millions. The people that live here, like millionaires, they buy the property, then knock the house down and make a house that they want. Like that one I've just passed there, I've never seen that one before. That's brand new. Yeah, so they knock the property down and just build the one they want to, like whether it's like bespoke to their needs, Seen lots of them done here. There was one which was built. There was some controversy with regards to the people that built it and owned it, but I'll not get into that. But the house itself, the garage was underneath. You actually went down a ramp into the garage. So the main part of the house is still on ground level, but you had to go down a ramp into the garage. But what happened was, in heavy rain, the garage used to flood. Didn't think about that. They didn't think about that when they made this fancy house. I think it stood empty for a long time until somebody bought it. And last I heard, I can't even remember what street it's on now. Oh, it's back there. Last I heard, it was demolished and somebody built something else on that land. Yeah, used to come up here a lot when I was delivering the dry cleaning. For those that can remember that, used to come up here a lot. And some of the roads, for considering it's a rich estate, some of the roads are shockingly bad. It's like you need four-wheel drive. In fact, well, a lot of people here have got them, but you need four-wheel drive to go along. There's potholes everywhere and tarmac missing and stuff like that. Like this one, it's good. It's just, I don't know if you can tell or not, but it's all over the place. This is the kind of estate where you get people, residents, sitting and they're being given a loan of a speed gun by the police, and they just sit outside on a little stool and catch people speeding. Then you get a warning letter off the police. Not a fine, because they're not policemen doing it, but you get a warning letter for speeding through the estate. I've had one before when I was in Gosforth. I actually thought I was doing the speed limit, but it wasn't. It was different, and the speed limit sign was in a ridiculous, stupid place. Always slow down for horses. Don't speed past or anything like that and startle them. Yeah. It's a lovely night, as you can probably tell. And that was a pothole. So yeah, I'm gonna start heading back towards home now and find somewhere to get some fuel. And then go home and have a bath. idea if this will work, but here we go. I've got you on my seatbelt, clamped onto my seatbelt. See if that works. I can feel it up against my collarbone. It's weird. There's a warning along this road for red squirrels, so you don't knock them over. I've never seen one yet. It's a nice drive out this. You know, when you don't have to go anywhere and you're just driving for the sake of driving. Sometimes it's quite nice. It's relaxing. Maybe it's not as fancy as the roads in America and things like that, but in Canada. But hey ho. These are the new houses. Just a few years ago, this was farmers' fields. So the farmer sold out and they built a load of houses on them. Not far away from the petrol station now, so hopefully Denise has been in touch so I know how much to put in. Hey, we're back home. Oh, I'm back home. So plug my speaker, find it on charge. Can't seem to be running fine apart from that gear. Put fuel in, not as much as what I thought it would be. Only £41. I was expecting more than that. So now I just need to get my hair cut, have a shave, get in the bath and chill out. So thanks for coming along with the ride. I apologise if any of the footage was bumpy or bouncy or anything like that, or you couldn't see much. It was just an experiment on using this camera and trying different things. But yeah, pop across those channels that I mentioned. Say hi, you know, tell them I mentioned them. Have a look if you like them, subscribe, you know. Yeah, take care, enjoy the rest of the week, and I'll catch up with you all probably at the weekend sometime. So bye for now.